Welcome back. In the Southwest, where we'll stay for the moment, we look at security and the Nigerian Navy. And in a bid to enhance maritime security and safety, the Nigerian Navy is indeed organizing an offshore patrol vessel Africa conference to facilitate cooperation across Africa. The conference is expected to deal with issues on anti-piracy operations and multilateral and innovative protection measures for offshore oil and gas assets, amongst others. Rear Admiral Belgro Ibenwo, Chief Staff Officer, Western Naval Command, said the conference will boost the operations of the naval staff.
The main objective of the conference is to seek ways of improving maritime security in our waters. To achieve this objective, participants will be focusing and deliberating on some issues that are of interest to African and global maritime stakeholders. These focus areas include anti-piracy operations, coastal surveillance systems, cost-effective offshore patrol vessel and naval system acquisitions, international best practice in offshore patrol vessel operations, multilateral and innovative protection measures for offshore oil and gas assets, exhibition of security and defense-related equipment for protection of oil and gas assets.
From there to the education sector now, and with the anti-corruption campaign of President Muhammadu Buhari said to be in full swing, the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics wants the crusade extended to the education sector. The national president of the union, Chibuzo Somoga, said corruption, misappropriation and embezzlement of funds have been the major issue working against the growth of education in the country. He was speaking at a forum where he also pointed out that the past administration failed to address the union's agitations.
We would like the president of the country, now that the focus is on anti-graft and corruption, to pay more attention to the institutions because of the strategic and critical place of education. And you discover that what has happened is not that government hasn't been committing money to education, but government hasn't actually tracked these monies, pumped into the education sector to see how they have been expended, how they have been applied. So we would like the president actually to focus, to do a reappraisal, a review of the funding of institutions at every level, from primary to secondary to tertiary, and discover how these monies have been spent, the internally generated revenue that's been coming in, and how these monies can actually be channeled, to more useful things. And you remember that we had gone into a very protracted strike, which cumulatively took about 12 months of academics in our institutions. And unfortunately, we did not get anywhere with the government. And I dare say, as I stand here, that none of those issues was conclusively decided by the past government. We are carrying it forward because we believe that we have a more sensitive government, a government that will listen, a government that has the change agenda in place.
And that brings this edition of news across Nigeria to a close. From Lagos to Ondo to Oyo to Delta, even Kwara State. We've covered some ground for you on what's happening in those states. Please join us tomorrow for some more news across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for watching.